Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this month's 500 Club call. Congratulations to everybody who's qualified on the call. Welcome to the guys that are obviously live listening in. Very excited because you get raw Luby and all of the participants listening into the online to the recording, guys. I know you're going to get a lot of value out of this. I'm really excited about this call because I spent a bit of time with Louise, who's a 2,500 Get team member, which, guys, basically means that her business is, over $500,000 business through Herbalife, which is just amazing per year. So, she's really built something incredible around her growing family. And as I said, I got to spend some time with her in Hong Kong and then on the vacation. And I just know that you guys are going to get so much value out of tonight. So make sure that you're not distracted. You have pen and paper. Let's make sure we're really interactive in the chat. If you've got any questions at the end, obviously, please write them in the chat, or we'll do a bit of a Q&A at the very end of the call. So, guys, let's please, everybody, type in and welcome Yahoo to 2,500 Global Expansion Team member Louise Henneberry from South Australia, from Western Australia. Over to you, Lou.
Hey there. Hi, everyone. Hey, thanks for jumping on the call. And thank you, Caro, for inviting me to share our story tonight. I'm really excited to be on the call. And I just want to start off by saying, guys, you are just in such good hands with Caro. Like, she's just absolutely amazing. I remember when I first started in Herbalife, I really looked up to Caroline, and I still do. And to be honest, I was a little bit a bit scared of her because, like her pin level, and, she was one of like the Herbie goddesses, and then I got to spend some time with her in Hong Kong, and it was just absolutely amazing. So you guys are just so lucky to have her as a friend and a mentor and a coach, and just follow in her footsteps, and you guys definitely can't go wrong. So, Caro, thanks so much. I really appreciate being on the call tonight. So, just to set up, I just want to apologise in advance. It's witching hour here in WA, and my children of the corn are running amok at the moment, so I hope that there's no interruptions, but I'm a mum of 3 and I do work from home, so I will do my best to keep the little rat bags at bay. So let's just rock out. All right, so this is me before Herbalife. So I spent 10 years in mining, and so did Paul. I actually met Paul in mining. He was my neighbour. My background's in mining, but I'll get on to how we started in Herbalife. So basically, I was a yo-yo dieter for about 12 years, and then up, down, up, down, up, down. I could seem to lose the weight okay, but I could never sustain it, and I would always put it back on plus some more. So the 12 years was just a real journey for me, I guess. I've always really struggled with my weight. I met Paul, thought he was pretty sexy, so wanted to have his babies. So we fell pregnant with our first child, Dusty. Put on a few kilos in my first pregnancy, like up on a mine site, and it was free buffet every day, so I smashed it. I stopped looking at the scales at about 100 kilos. I wasn't too worried though, because I heard that breastfeeding would help you lose the baby weight. So I had Dusty, and 3 months later, I was still 100 kilos. And I had Dusty on one boob, I had Paul on the other boob, I was trying to breastfeed, and just wasn't losing the weight. So whoever said breastfeeding makes you lose weight is a liar. So as well as not being able to lose the weight, I had some wicked digestive issues too. Like, I don't know what happened, just my whole tummy sort of just shut down, didn't want to work anymore after I had Dusty. So, like, I wouldn't poo for like 12 days at a time, and I was just in a world of pain. Like, it was just was awful. And on top of that, Dusty was quite a colicky baby and didn't sleep much and cried a lot. And as a result, I didn't sleep. I cried a lot. And I was just at a stage that I was just a really, really sad person. It sort of how wasn't how I envisaged motherhood to be. I thought I would be swanning around, and that didn't happen at all. So 3 months after, my friend Ange Labadie rang me and was like, "Luby, why don't you try Herbalife?" And I'd never even heard of Herbalife before, which is crazy because I just spent 12 years like yo-yo dieting, you know. So, can anyone hear my devil children out the back there? So basically, she was like, it'll help you with weight loss and whatnot. And that was the last thing on my mind, weight loss, because I was just miserable and I just wanted to poo. I was like, look, and just back the truck up a little minute. I just want to poo. And she was like, no, it'll help you with your digestive issues. I was like, wicked. All right, cool. Give me the biggest, dirtiest pack you've got. I'm desperate. And so she was like, jump on the Ultimate. So I jumped on the Ultimate. Within the first week, I started to poo every day, and it was just amazing. It was the best thing in my life. Into the second week, I got a massive energy shift. Like, I just felt amazing. I didn't even realize that you could feel that good. Like, I was bounding out of bed in the morning, and I kind of thought that I was Rocky. I was like, bam, 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 bam. And Paul, he was just rolling his eyes. I think he was a little bit jealous that I was feeling so good. And I lost a crazy amount of weight in the beginning. It is totally not gold standard. But I went on to lose 33 kilos in 5 months. And I just felt absolutely amazing. And I just got a real emotional attachment to the products and emotional attachment to my product result and how I felt. And I think that was a real key in setting us up in Herbalife. I'll go into our story with the business a bit later on, but we definitely weren't looking for a business opportunity. I just absolutely loved everything about Herbalife. So what happened in the process was 3 months after I got started on Herbie, Paul noticed my energy levels, and I was bounding into bed of a night time, and he was in mining, he was still in mining, so he was coming home on his week off and just sloughing into bed, and like the poor guy couldn't keep up. So then I think he was like, okay, I've got to do something. So he was like, lover, I need some Herbalife, put me on the energy program. I was like, no worries, babe. I put him on the weight loss program because, he didn't know any different. Like, for the first time ever, he just did as he's told and, followed the program, like I said, and whatnot. And as a result, he got wicked energy, but the guy lost 40 kilos. Like, I didn't realise, he's such a nice guy, right? He's just such a kind heart and he's awesome. But I didn't realise how sexy he could be, or, how good looking he was under that layer. Anyway, let's get off the subject there. So, it's no wonder we had 2 more kids. I used Herbalife through 2 pregnancies. I've recently, 4 months ago, had our third girl, our third baby, Macy. Lost the baby weight, about to lose another 10 kilos. Every time I got close to my goal weight, Paul would sabotage me and get me pregnant again. So all up, I've lost 35 kilos on Herbalife. Paul's lost 40 kilos. So I'm going to lose 41 kilos just so, I can beat him and have bigger numbers than him. So, we absolutely love Herbalife. It's changed our life. We're better people. We're better partners. We're better parents. We're better friends. We're better kids. We just love it. So what happened next was, lost crazy amount of weight, and people noticed that we had a lot of energy and we were feeling good. And people were just like, what are you guys on? And we were like, this Herbalife stuff, it is just amazing. And so, we hooked up a couple of people in our first month and made a couple of $100. But, like I said, I'd just done 10 years in mining. Paul had done 10 years in mining. So, you could say we had, I guess, financial freedom. I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. I mean, the whole point of me being on Herbalife was because I wanted to be a trophy wife. So I definitely didn't want to stop mining and then get into another business, And just saying, I'm still not married, so I'm still working on that whole trophy wife thing. But yeah, I just loved the products, and then we hooked up some family and friends, got them a result, and I got a little bit addicted to them feeling really good too. Like I was doing it for the feel good factor for me because they were feeling good. It was just really nice to help people that I like feel good about themselves. So I don't know, I just told more people about it, and few people were asking me, noticed that we were shrinking and whatnot. And then, I don't know, like 3 months later, I think it took us 3 months to get to supervisor. And then Herbalife sent us a check for $2,800. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. And all they did was, hook up some people to Herbalife, help them get hot like oven, and then I got rewarded with a check. I just kind of thought that it was just absolutely amazing. And it didn't feel like work for us or for me, just because I loved it so much, So we then qualified for a dream team weekend, like a leadership weekend, didn't even realise, because we went supervisor, and then the very next month of being supervisor, we went world team because we did 10,000 volume points. And I didn't know what world team was or anything like that. Someone just told me, oh, you're world team now. And I was like, oh, okay, that's wicked. And I got to go to this dream team weekend, which was kind of cool, but there was a party. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming for the party. Like, I just loved it because it was, fun, and there was a party, and I love partying. So we went, and Rob and Christy Walsh were the guest speakers. So we went along not really knowing what to expect. And it was Paul's first event. He'd never been to an STS before or HOM or, nothing like that. So I sort of brought him along. And we were just exposed, I guess, to the Herbalife opportunity and what is available, and really opened our eyes to the fact that, although we may have financial freedom, we didn't have time freedom. We were just starting our family, and Paul was working away. And, I really like him, so I wanted to see him every day. So I actually did miss him while he was away for 2-3 weeks at a time. So, yeah, it kind of changed everything for us. And we had left Dusty for the weekend, and it was the first time I'd left her, and I actually was away from her for 2 nights at a time. And when we got home from that event, when I saw Dusty, I was just really overwhelmed. I don't really know what I felt, but I just know I felt really overwhelmed. The fact that I hadn't seen her for 2 days, and then it dawned on me that Paul hadn't seen her for 14 days. And I thought, this is just not going to be sustainable for us to raise a family with Paul being away. And Paul's a really hands-on dad, yeah. So, I said to Paul, well, what about if we just try this? We sort of got to world team without, with just loving it and sharing it and whatnot. I said, well, why don't we give it a crack almost and see how we go? So he was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's try and get some time freedom and get me home from mining. I was like, yeah, let's rock out. So I went to my mentor, Rhonda Hart, and just said, well, we wouldn't mind, having a closer look at this. And she helped us put a 90-day plan in place. And the simplicity of this 90-day plan was crazy. So all we did was we picked four different methods that were going to generate inquiries or get people asking us. So I think we did shake parties. We were just going to talk to, 5 people a day. We were going to do online weight loss challenges because that was my favourite, getting people results and whatnot. So basically we just picked 4 methods and the frequency that we were going to do it. And that was our 90-day plan. You know, sometimes I think we can overcomplicate things, and I am really simple. I remember Paul saying to me one time, he's like, I understand now why you're going okay in Herbalife, because the business is simple and you're simple. I was like, thank you, lover. So, yeah, so we just put a 90-day plan in place, and we just did it. Like, we did 2 90-day plans back to back. And as a result, our checks went from $2,000 to $7,500 in 6 months. Like, it was just absolutely crazy. We were just having the time of our lives. Like, it was so good. And then Paul came home, which was wicked. Like, we absolutely loved it. And then so Paul had been home more like 2 years, which is awesome. Actually, it was funny. So the same week that we went global expansion team was the same week that we had our second child, Olivia, the little one in the middle. So our whys change all the time. I think it's really important to have a really strong why, because sometimes on the, you know, if you're having a character building day or you know, I think it's really important to have a strong why. So you know, you're just being consistent every day, you're doing it every single day. And just on that too, a lot of people will be like, I don't know how you do it, you know, like 3 kids and you know, running Herbalife, and I don't know, it's really simple for me, is that I love it. I do it because I love it. I love our team. I love helping people, you know, feel good about themselves. I love helping people love themselves again. Yeah, I'm able to, you know, do something Herbalife every single day because I love it. And yeah, I think if you love it, then it just doesn't feel like work, yeah. So in the beginning, my why was purely because I just loved helping people feel good and whatnot. I didn't realise there was too much of I didn't realise how, like, exactly what we had our hands on. You know, that you could have financial freedom and time freedom in Herbalife. So then why we added to our why, which was, you know, like for our kids, we wanted to, you know, set our family up and set our kids up and whatnot. So our biggest little princess there, her name is Dusty. So we had orientation day today for kindy next year. The one in the middle is Olivia, but we call her Ollie. She is the devil child at the moment. Oh my lordy. And then the littlest one, that's Macy Moon, and she's 4 months old. So yeah, so Paul came home, and you know, we've just been rocking Herbalife now for 3.5 years. We've built our income up to $14,000 a month, which I think is just absolutely crazy. I think, you know, if anything, if you get anything out of this call, maybe is that I hope you leave or get off the call thinking, God, like, if this lunatic can do it, then I can do it, or anybody can do it. Because, you know, when I first went to my STS and I saw all these people up on stage, you know, getting pinned world team and getting pinned active world team and get team and mill team, I kind of thought that this sort of stuff happened to everybody else, but like not me. But what I have realised is, you know, I've spent more time around the campfire and more time around Herbalife people, is that, you know, we're all normal people. We just share a common goal and common mission of, you know, helping people get hot like oven, yeah. So, I mean, we just rock Herbalife around our family. You know, I get to work from home. You know, sometimes it's really crazy and, you know, looking after 3 kids under 3 and whatnot, but I absolutely love it. I remember in the beginning when I was pregnant with Ollie, and Dusty was only 18 months old, I would spend $200 to attend an STS with my ticket and babysitting and the hour drive to oh sorry guys. $200 just to get to an STS, and people that weren't in Herbalife thought I was absolutely crazy for spending that sort of money, but it was the best investment for our family's future. Like $200 to then get back $14,000 a month is I think it sort of just paid off. So it's just really lovely the fact that Paul got to come home. So I'm a really, really big believer in fun, simple, magical. I think you just got to keep it fun because you want to do it every single day. So, our whole team, our client page is called the Herbie Train page, and we invite them on the Herbie Train page, and we're like, welcome aboard, toot toot. And I can't stress that enough. Fun, simple, magical. That's my absolute philosophy. One thing I did learn very, very early on is just to remain teachable. So I'm really lucky to have some awesome mentors in Rhonda Hart and Jess and Gav Morgan and Rob and Christy Walsh. And I just learned very on that, if they said, do 3 backflips and run up the street and hop back on one leg, and that's exactly what I would do. So I've just remained really teachable, had blind faith in them, and sometimes you do have to have blind faith, and have faith in your teamies. I found it very hard in the beginning to believe that I could do it, but I also learned that, well, that's okay, because if I believe in my team, then there's no way that I can't not get to my goal, because if I help them reach their goals, or if I help enough people reach their goals, then, I'll reach mine. So, life is crazy now. Like, we've been on 3 Herbalife vacations, like we party all the time. I think it's absolutely hilarious that Herbalife will fly me, to Sydney or to Adelaide next month, and they pick me up in a cool car, and I get to stay in cool hotels. And I don't know, I'm sort of known in Herbalife as the Herbie Bogan, I guess, just because, I don't know, I'm just so normal. I don't know, but I just love that this is the best chance for normal people to live an extraordinary life, and I just feel really blessed that I just gave it a crack. I was just consistent. I just loved everything Herbie, and I think sometimes we just need beliefs. So I don't know if we wanted to open it up for question time, or if I have covered everything okay, or
No, that was amazing, Louise. Thank you so much. So, guys, we have Louise for a couple more minutes, or let's say 10 more minutes. So let's really ask some serious questions, serious or fun questions. So let's have a look here. We've got Charlie. Awesome. Charlie's from South Australia, so you'll be meeting her next month. How exciting.
Yay!
Charlie, can you come in and ask your question?
Hi guys, sorry, I was in the chat part. I'm Charlie from Adelaide. I've loved this chat tonight. It really resonates with me a lot. Being a mum and at home and going insane, and then going to work and finding it even harder. I was so looking forward to going back to work, and then it happened, and it was even worse. So it's been a really great call. So thank you. I guess what my main question would be is, what are you doing every day to ensure that you continue to grow and develop as a leader and teach that to your team?
Yeah, for sure. So just to sort of get you up to speed, so Paul came back from mining and he was home for two and a half years or something. And then just after Macy was born, he wanted to go back out mining and roll around in the dirt with the boys and have beers and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, no problem. So he's gone back to mining. So now I'm at home with 3 kids under 3 on my own. So just recently I've got a au pair. So thank you Herbalife for being able to fund our au pair. So basically what I do is it's very much around I do it around my kids. So I'm very massive on use wear talk. So I try and get out of the house every day and just go to the shops, and I make it a priority to strike up 3 to 5 conversations while I'm out to start talking about Herbalife. I find that is probably the easiest thing for me. I wouldn't say it's easy in the fact that getting out of your comfort zone to talk to complete strangers, but it's just easy to, get out of the house and go and have like a cuppa or whatnot. So, or dropping off Dusty to school, talking to the other mothers, or, when I go and get my eyebrows done, I talk to my beautician, or when I go and get my nails done, on the odd occasion that I get my nails done. So I just make a point of every day getting out of the house. Also, too, I will run a weight loss challenge every single month, so inviting into that. What else? And shake parties. I love shake parties. So usually what I do is as soon as someone becomes a Herbalife member, we book in their shake party within the first 2 weeks. And then I run a shake party for them. And then, any of their friends that want a shake party, I run a shake party for them. I just find that shake parties are easy because I can take my kids. They're kid-friendly. And, then all the kiddies get to play, with each other and whatnot. And, yeah, like I guess I sacrifice a few things like play or, coffee dates with friends, or I don't go out, or, those sacrifices are really worth it. I sacrifice, a fair bit of sleep. And then overnight time, when the kids are in bed, that's when I do all my follow-up with my teamies, make my phone calls, and sort of catch up with the team. So during the day, I be a mum, I try and, get customers, and then overnight time when they're asleep, that's, when I sort of sit down on the computer and whatnot. I hope that was okay.
Oh, Louise, I can see Charlie wrote #MumLife, you're a star. I'm pretty sure that was the desired answer. Thank you. Now, I saw Shanice had her hand up. Shan, do you want to come in and ask your question?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Oh, my God. I'm in stitches, literally, from this call. You're so amazing, Louie. Thank you so much for your time. My question was honestly going to be what Charlie asked. I was going to ask what your DMOs were, and also, I guess, how you really, manage your time around the kids. But honestly, you just answered everything. So thank you so much for that. I guess, let me think of another question. What about what's your best form of personal development that you found really helped, I guess, get you outside of your comfort zone when you very first started?
Oh, yes. All right. So in the beginning, my personal development was like a lot of Uncle Mark and Uncle Jim and watching them and whatnot. And that was really good. But then I found that my best form of PD, like things that really sort of got the juices flowing and whatnot, was actually action, like doing something. So, it was really good to sit back and like listen to Mark or listen to Jim and whatnot, and, get all revved up. And then I would go and change a nappy, or I'd get all revved up and I'd go do bath time or whatnot. So, getting out there and talking to people, or I found a lot of PD through my team, like actually picking up the phone. Believe it or not, I never like talking over the phone. And I think that has been one key thing in our business is actually picking up the phone and forming those relationships with your teamies. So then you've married them, and then, then they can't really divorce you because, no one wants to, go through a divorce. So picking up the phone and talking to them and, and hearing their results. Like our biggest weight loss person in our team last year lost over 55 kilos, and she's in a wheelchair. Like, just life-changing, yeah? So just PD for me is talking to my team, and when, they're smashing it, or, I've helped someone, earn $500, which has helped them buy a flight over to see their family, or, like that, just a feel-good factor, I reckon, is real good PD. But sometimes, we can have, Herbalife can be quite emotional, and we have ups and we have downs, and I mean, that's just life, yeah? And, and life has happened to me all throughout Herbalife. Like, not to dwell on it too much, but, just before Macy, we had our third miscarriage. But, I kept around the campfire because I love it so much and I want to be around good people. I can never, if something crappy happens in my life, I can't walk away, or I can't take a step back from my team, because, like, I want to be the mama bear and, look after the team and whatnot. So, yeah, bit of a tangent there, but I just find that, talking to the team, being around the team is definitely one, and when things get a little bit rough, definitely Jim Rohn, Seasons of Life, has literally changed my life, with all the different seasons and the winters and the reaping, sowing, and so if you guys haven't listened to that, listen to it. And I've listened to it about 1 million times, and I get something different out of it every time. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks, Louise. Thanks, Shan, for that awesome question. So just to finish off, Louise, I suppose I've got one question. Perhaps you could give a couple of your hot tips with social media. As Jade so beautifully wrote there, we definitely use social media as a crutch sometimes. So I love how you've totally voiced that, to pick up your phone, like get to, really make some serious relationships with people. But because social media is so big, I suppose, rather than the communication side, but more your personal branding, do you have any tips in particular or advice to any newbies or oldies?
Yeah, like everything on my Facebook page is like really fun, simple, magical, happy. No rants. I actually, in Herbalife, we all friend each other and we want to be friends and stuff like that. But I actually unfollow or defriend a lot of Herbalife people if they're ranting on their Facebook page, or if they're having pity parties. Like sometimes, we all go through crap, but sometimes we just don't need to post it because, in Herbalife, we love life, and, that's like, so attractive, in Herbalife. So then if we're ranting on Herbalife on Facebook, it's not very attractive. And I'm just, always the brand, and up in the top corner when we were at a party and all dressed up and glammed up, Chloe Pettit, the prego in the black, she actually got started on Herbalife because, I was pregnant with my second baby, and she hadn't even had babies at this stage, and she's like, Luby, you've got more energy than I do, and yet 1 million times happier than I am. Like, I need some of this Herbalife stuff because, you just look so happy. So, and I'm not salesy on Facebook. I tried it, after a little bit, and it definitely didn't work, and it definitely turned a lot of people off. So, sometimes I'm a big believer that, you are the walking billboard for your own brand. So for, I'm the walking billboard for, my Herbalife business. So, what you put out is pretty much, I guess what you're going to reap. So, I want like fun people and whatnot. So yeah, no rants. Keep it fun. No sales posts. Be a proud Herbie. One thing that I got from Alex Hanton, was I went through a little period of I was a bit embarrassed. A few people were saying mean things to me about so many posts on Facebook where there weren't that many posts. And so I sort of stopped posting them for a little while. But Alex was like, you post it because it makes you feel good. People are either going to follow you or they're not, but you do what makes you feel good. So then I got like really proud again, like be a real proud Herbie. Like all my friends, they know me as like the Herbie chick, or in Carnarvon I'm known as the Herbie chick, or, that's a really good title to have. I've been called a hell of a lot worse. So yeah, I think just be really proud and don't make it all about Herbalife. And just try not to be salesy. I got that from Ellen Blackmore. She's vague.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Louise. And guys, I'm sure everybody like myself got so much value out of tonight's call. Please, if you're friends with Louise or not yet friends, add her on Facebook and thank her publicly. That would be awesome. And also, guys, just on our team pages, make sure you do some post promotion and let everybody know what you got out of tonight's call. Just your top three, your top three things. If you'd like to post that, Louise, I'll just get you to skip to that next slide for me, because I know that our next month's guest speaker personally, which is really exciting. You get to work with her in WA. So guys, this is so exciting. Tonight's call was epic and it just keeps getting better and better. So next month we have Get 2.5, Sophie Guierney, also from WA. Sophie's an absolute boss babe, really, really smashing it in her business. So guys, make sure you and your team qualify for next round's 500 club call. So again, Louise, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking the time out, with the children in the corner in the background, as you said. That was just so awesome. We really appreciate your time, and I know how busy you are running your business, plus everything else that you've got going on. So we totally appreciate your absolute amazing advice and wisdom and story tonight. You're so real. I love it. Thanks everybody, and thank you so much again, Louise. Bye guys.
Thank you. Bye.